we will revise chapter 2 of your book Hornbill, that is We Are Not Afraid to Die If We Can All Be Together. Okay? Chapter is written by Gordon Cook and Alan East, and through this story the authors, they are dealing with the themes of courage, optimism and staying together. That how hope and optimism, courage, it helps us in going on in our life. If we are stuck in a direct situation, so if we are stuck in a situation where we are facing difficulties, we are under stress, then it is only optimism and courage that helps us going. So in the story, the narrator is a businessman, and he has this strong desire to duplicate the journey which was once done by Captain James Cook 200 years ago. So he decides to cover the same route which was covered by him. So he wanted to have this adventure in his life. But it was not that he just woke up one morning and he started to sail. They had prepared for this journey from the past 16 years. Go from the back side. And thus, they had prepared themselves, they had sharpened their seafaring skills. The skills which is required to deal with the roughest weather, how to tackle the ship if you are stuck in a position. So all these things, they had trained themselves for the long years. And they had also prepared their boat, which was wave walker. The boat which was 23 meter long and 30 ton wooden hulled beauty. The author describes it as wooden hulled beauty because the main frame, the structure of the ship was made of wood, and they named the boat as Wave Walker. They also tested their ship, Wave Walker. The Wave Walker, it was professionally built. All type of equipments were fitted in the boat, and they also tested their boat. And then it was the date, that is July 1976. The narrator with his wife Mary, son Jonathan and daughter Susan, they set their sail from England Plymouth. The journey was about to be covered in 3 years. So the first year, the first part of the journey was smoothly covered. They did not face any trouble. And when they reached Africa, Cape Town, from there they started their second part of the journey. They also took 2 crewmen along with them. One was Larry Vigil and Herb Sigler. One was American and the other was a Swiss. And they were expert sailors. These crew members, they were going to help the author in their journey ahead. As they were about to enter the roughest southern Indian Ocean. And that is why he hired these 2 persons for their journey. So when they started, on the second day of their journey, they started to face strong wind and high waves. And the situation continued. They also celebrated Christmas. Then the New Year came and the situation became worse. And the narrator, when he saw these situations, he took certain initial precautions. He lowered down the storm jib. Storm jib होती है छोटी सेल, जिसकी मदद से शिप को आगे स्टीयर किया जाता है. To lower down the speed, because the wind, बहुत तेज हवाएं चल रही थी, and to lower down the speed of the ship, they dropped the storm jib. Then they tied the back part of the ship with a heavy mooring rope. They double lashed everything that was on the ship. They also wore oilskins. They undergo life skills also, and then they also wore the life jackets, and they waited. Because when you are on an ocean, on a sea journey, you just cannot escape from your ship if you are facing such kind of adverse situation. So you have to be ready and wait. What was the narrator waiting? He was actually waiting for the huge waves, because he knew what was coming next. And then pending disaster, it came on that day, 2nd January in the evening, when suddenly the winds dropped he could see dark clouds approaching their ship. But the narrator, he saw that it was not a cloud there. Those were the huge waves. The waves were now about double the height of the mast of the ship. And it was quite an adverse situation for them. He knew what was going to happen next because their ship was in danger now. And that impending disaster came because the crest of the wave, it broke vertically on the deck of the ship. The narrator's head was smashed on the wheel and then he was thrown out of the ship. He could see his ship going down, capsizing, almost capsizing. A lot of damage was caused because of this wave that had actually hit the ship. Somehow he was again thrown back onto the deck of the ship, but he was badly injured. His mouth was full of blood and his rib cage was also broken. He could feel the pain there, but he could not leave the wheel. He knew somehow that he had to keep the ship steady. And then suddenly he saw his wife coming out of the cabin. He could see water everywhere because the water was flooding into the ship at an alarming rate. But he could do nothing at that moment. But when he saw his wife, he asked his wife to handle the steering and then he went to check what damage was in the cabin. And he went to his children also, son Jonathan and daughter Susan. He saw that how they were also injured. Susan, she had a bump on her head, but she did not inform her father about the injury that was on her arm. The narrator could see things floating on the water. The cabin, the wood planks that were there, those were broken and were standing at very dangerous angle. Things were floating there. And after checking the children there, he went to make some repairs because water was flooding inside from the main part, right side of the ship, which was bulged inward. तेजी से पानी अंदर आ रहा था, so he took hammer and a waterproof canvas. He tried to cover the gaping holes that were there. Then he covered the hatch, the cabin with that canvas and was able to, we can say, protect the water getting inside the ship. Still, water was going inside, but most of the water was deflecting away now. Then he saw more problem there. He had made the repairs, but still water was getting inside. More problems. क्या थी that the debris that was floating on the surface of the water, it was blocking the electric pump which was pumping out the water. The electric pump got short circuited and it stopped working, and then the water level started to rise at an alarming rate inside the ship. He also observed that the anchor that was there, the two spare hand pumps, then the main forestay sail, that was the main sail, the dinghies, everything was damaged. He had to make the repairs, the pump must start working, and luckily he found a spare hand pump in the chart room there that was attached and it started working. But still the situation was not normal because now they were somewhere lost in the vast ocean. They were continuously pumping out the water, they were making mayday calls, the distress calls, but they were not receiving any response to the distress call made by the narrator and the members. So the night went this way. Then came January 3rd, they were able to pump out sufficient amount of water and they were still struggling with the amount of water. There was no respite for them. And this way they kept on spending the days pumping out of the water, steering the wheel and saving the ship from the attack of the waves. And similar situation was on January 4th, but then they were able to control sufficient amount of water and only now they had to pump the water that was getting inside the ship. And the narrator, he also observed that the most part of the ship, the structure, main structure of the ship was badly damaged, and the ship was just holding together because of the covered cabins that were attached. And the ship was not in a condition to reach their main destination, and they needed badly a place where they can stop and repair the ship. So he checked out for 2 islands and he found one island which was a French scientific base known as Ile Amsterdam. And he had to reach this island and thus, but they were still busy with pumping out the water. He had calculated that they will somewhere find this island, and this way came January 4th, where they were able to control the flooding water which was coming in. They were able to pump it out sufficiently, and they were able to take some rest. And they also had their first meal after 2 long days. But this fight was again short-lived, because वापस से काले बादलों बढ़ने लगे, हवाएं तेज चलने लगी, and the couple, Mary and the narrator, they felt that their end was near. But his son, the son came to them and he said that he was not afraid of dying if they were all together. These words of Jonathan motivated the narrator. He was again back into action. He wanted to save the family members, and thus he started making calculations, and this way came January 6th. So from January 2nd to January 6th, they had a long, harsh struggle, but these crew members, they did not give up in the middle. They kept on working for all their efforts to save themselves. And then came the daughter also with a beautiful card, which inspired the narrator again. So he made the calculations again, and the main compass was destroyed. Most of the equipments were damaged, and those equipments were not working, but with the help of the currents, the flow of the water, the direction of the wind, he was able to calculate the main distance of Ile Amsterdam. And he asked the crew member Larry to steer the wheel, and he expected that they would reach the island by evening 5 p.m. And then he went to take rest, and he dozed off. When he woke up, he found his daughter and son together, coming and hugging him. And they called him that he was the best daddy and best captain in the world. But he was surprised why they were calling him the best daddy and best captain. As he went out, he stood on the deck. He saw the island in front of them. So they had reached the island. The struggle actually had given a fruitful result, and he was happy. The island, it was a French scientific base, and there were only 28 inhabitants in the island. They all welcomed the crew members. And when the narrator, he puts his feet down as he was standing, as he touched the ground, he thanked every crew member. He thanked Larry and her for continuously, cheerfully pumping out the water. He thanked his wife Mary for steering the wheel. He thanked his children also, especially Sue, who did not actually inform him about the injuries that she had, and Jonathan, who was not afraid of dying. And this way the hope, the optimism, the courage shown by the crew members helped them to over this situation. So this is about the story. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together.